So, it's been 2 weeks now, and I wanted to do a video about the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that's came along with getting this tummy tuck. It has been quite a ride for the last 2 weeks. For the most part, I'm really happy that I did it. I don't regret it at all, but oh my God, it was harder than I ever imagined. And God, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I expected pain, but I never expected pain like this. They tell you, you know, oh, having a baby is the worst pain you're ever going to feel, and that's what women expect. I think if I pushed a child out of me, that I'm never going to feel any pain worse than that. Wrong. So wrong, because I would rather birth 100 babies completely natural than to ever feel pain like I felt the first 2 days of my surgery. But that pain was temporary. I'm feeling great now. I still am uncomfortable and in a little bit of pain, but it's very bearable. I just take Tylenol, Excedrin, nothing too crazy. I was really scared to death about the anesthesia. I never have been under before. I've had wisdom teeth out, and I always just told them to keep me awake because it terrified me. I'm so afraid of not being in control of my own body. I passed out a couple times, and it was like the worst experience to me, so I never wanted to be put under. That was the easiest part of the whole thing. It was nothing. My anesthesiologist was awesome. He got to talking to me about things that I like, and I was out. I didn't even know. When I woke up, the pain was so intense. On like a 1 to 10, it was probably a 15, and I could have never prepared myself for it. I also got lipo on my back, and the kind that they did, they put saline, like water, liquid, into your back before they lipo. So for the first day, every time I would stand up to use the bathroom or to walk around, because they want you to walk around so you don't get blood clots, blood and liquid just poured down my back and legs. It was so gross. And I just want this video to be very raw and very honest, because if you're going to do this, you know, you want to know what you're getting yourself into. I had no clue. I'm on some Facebook groups, and you know, a lot of the girls are like, oh, it's nothing, it's not too bad. And I think that they make these comments like weeks and months later when they're not really remembering how terrible the pain was. It's bad. It's really bad, but it's worth it. Every time I look down and all I see is boobs, I don't see my stomach anymore. I'm like, you know what? That temporary pain, it was worth all of this. So now at 2 weeks, I'm kind of still a little hunched over, but not too much. I can walk standing straight up for the most part. If I take some Tylenol or something, it really helps. I went to the grocery store and walked around for probably a half hour, and I felt just fine. I had a huge turning point at like day 11, and I just woke up and I felt so much better. And the more active I am, the more I walk around, the better it feels. Around day 12 or so, I had a lot of nerve pain, and I think it was like my nerves healing themselves. It felt like pins and needles. I did my laundry, and I live in an apartment, so it's a little laundry facility not too far away, but just walking there, it just felt like little pins and needles all over my stomach, all over my back. Very uncomfortable, but not really painful, and that's slowly going away. For the most part, everything's going great. I'm glad I did it. The pain is easing up. I got one drain out at day 8, I think. And some people I've heard say, oh, it's nothing. And some people I've heard say it hurts so bad. I think it really depends on the nurse that takes it out. Mine was so good. It did not hurt one bit. She cut the little stitch out, just a tiny little pinch, and she did it so quick that I felt no pain whatsoever, zero. It was like a very odd feeling. It feels like something just moving around under your skin, but no pain. So if you have to get your drains out, don't worry too much about it. That's nothing really to be afraid of. And then I went today, is it today's day 15 post-op for me. I went to get my last one out and found out that I have a really large seroma. It's usually just fluid buildup from swelling, that clear fluid that you get. But in my case, it's hard as a rock. That's not usually normal for seromas. They're like a waterbed effect. Mine is rock hard. And at day 5, I noticed this. It's under my belly button, but above my incision, and it just feels like a rock. And I asked her at my week appointment about it, and she said, you know, your lower muscles take the longest to heal. They're probably just super duper tight, and this is gonna ease up. Hi. My co-star. I'll make you another one in a minute, okay? Go eat your cereal. She told me it was probably just my muscles healing. But then today when I went back and it was still like that and even a little bit worse, not better, she was like, no, I think this is a pretty big, nasty blood clot. So she started milking my drain, and it's just where they squeeze real tight and they pull down on the drain, and huge amounts of thick, dark blood just started coming out of this tube. And I milk my drains myself. They tell you to milk them multiple times a day. I was doing it 2 to 3 times a day. Obviously, that's not enough. So when they tell you milk your drains multiple times a day, oh my God, do it like every time you get a chance. If you're just sitting there watching television, just pull on those drains, because I think if I would have done that more, maybe this wouldn't have happened. So right now, I just have to milk my drains every single time I think about it. I'm gonna do it probably every hour and try to get this thick, hard blood clot out of this tiny little tube. And she said to call her Tuesday and see if it's gone, or Monday. Call her Monday and see if it's gone down at all. And hopefully we can get it all out. If not, the next step, he will take a really large needle and just stick it in my stomach and suck all that hard blood out. And I don't want to have to do that. So hopefully we can get it all out of the drain. I'm gonna try my hardest. But things could be worse. I've heard of a lot worse complications going on with surgeries like this, so I guess in a way I'm grateful that that's all that's wrong, and I will let everybody know how it goes afterwards, but I'm very happy that I did it. Oh, another thing. After surgery, I know this might be TMI, it is so hard to wipe your butt. So have a crap load of baby wipes handy and take your time and don't stretch too much because it hurts. You have like no range of motion whatsoever, and my pride would not let me ask my husband to wipe my ass for me. So it took me a long time, but I did it. So have lots of baby wipes handy, breathe and push through it, because like I said in this video, I want to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that is an ugly part of it. It's hard to wash. I had probably 4 showers in 2 weeks, and you know, you just gotta keep your eye on the prize and know that all this disgusting stuff that comes along with it, not being able to shave, not being able to bend over, it'll all be worth it in the end. You know, when you're completely fully healed, you're not in any pain anymore, and you look at yourself, all of that stuff is gonna be completely worth it. But I will give everyone an update on Monday. Hopefully I can get this tube out. If not, I'm not complaining, because I'd rather have this annoying tube in me than to have a huge blood clot. So hopefully we can get it down. We'll see how it goes. And next video, I'll probably show you guys my scar. It's healing really well. I'm so happy with it. It's very low. It's very straight. And it's almost completely healed. It's a little scabbed and dry. But it looks super duper good. So next video, I'll probably show you guys my scar. We'll see. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just send me a comment or a message. Talk to you later.